Let's look at the basic functions and settings within HumViewer by going through a real-life example. We've loaded a real recording and we're going to look at the functions and features. Let's get started. We want to look at the box to the top left here that we can choose the views we want to look at. HumViewer offers you 4 different views that you can have on the screen at one time. In the top left corner, we have the down image view. In the bottom left corner, we have the 2D sonar view, the traditional view. The top right, we have the SI or side image view. And down in the bottom, we have the track view. And what that does is that will show you the track that your boat went on when you made the recording. First thing we'll do is notice that we have all 4 items selected in this view. I can drop this down and I can say, show me the 3 view. What that will do is that will show me everything but the track plot that was down there, and that gives you more room to see your side image. We can also say top left, and that's just going to show me a bigger picture of the down image. You'll notice these are Christmas trees that were planted in the lake as fish attractors. I will do top right. That will give me the full side image view. You can see that as well. I can do left right on the top. That'll give me the down image on the left and a side image on the right. Top bottom. That will show me the down image on the top and the 2D or traditional sonar on the bottom. You can see on the down image how much crisper that appears than what the 2D image is. We'll go back to our default, which was the 4 view. That will show you again the down image on the left, the side image on the right, the 2D or traditional sonar on the lower left, and the track plot on the lower right. The next area we want to look at is how to play back recordings. You have a couple of ways you can do that. One is you could actually come in here and key a starting time and it will go to that point in the recording. You can use the slider bar to move you quickly through the recording. You'll notice this is a over 6-minute recording and I can go through it very quickly. I can also play it. I can play forward by clicking that button. I can click backwards and it will go backwards at that. I can stop it again and I can vary the speed. I can go down to 5 and hit play and it'll go a little slower. That way when I see something of interest I can stop and look at it. Forward. Backwards, and I can change the speed on the fly if I want to go faster. Or just use the slider bar. Another function HumViewer offers is the ability to change these boxes. Each one you can configure the way you want it to look. For instance, let's take the lower left-hand corner box, which is our 2D sonar. I can right-click on it. I can change the view. So right now it's configured to be the 2D down. I could make it the left side or the port side of the side imaging view by clicking that. I can go into view again. I can make it the down image view. So I have 2 down image views here. So you can go into each box and change what the view is. Now remember that you can do this for each and every box, so I could come down here and change this to the 2D. You can also resize the window, so I could move this up like that, make that look a little differently, move that over, or go back. You can make this work just about any way you want to. So I'll go ahead and put it back to the 2D track plot, and I will move the arrow back down a little bit so I can see more of my side image view. So that's a pretty powerful function that HumViewer offers. Let's do something else with it. Let's change the color schemes. And once again, this is for each box. So I've clicked in the left-hand upper box, color schemes. Now let's change it to red, let's say. And there it is. It's in red. Now I can come over here. I can change the view to the down image. I can scroll down, bring this across. And now I have it in two different colors, and that might help you pick out some things. Sometimes I like to do that. Here's a quick tip. Go click on Settings, then Overload with Defaults. That's going to put this screen right back where it was when we came into this application. Brightness and contrast. This will pop up a box on your screen, and you can pick what you would like from the low, medium, high. You can reset it, or you can come in here and change it yourself the way you want it to. So you can do that, but if you move the slider bars, you will have to hit activate to make that change. That doesn't look very good at all. So now I'll just hit reset, and it puts it back the way it was. Try low, medium, and you can see what it does here. When you're at medium, it's 1 and 1. High, I think I like just regular, so I'll reset it. So we've looked at the contrast, brightness, crop to, and crop from. Okay, let's see what that is. My 2D view here is kind of cramped up. All the stuff I want to look at is at the very top within 16 feet of water. So what I can do is I can click over here in this box, right click, and take crop to. And rather than having it at 66 feet, I can go to 33 feet. Okay, I can even go to 16 feet if I would like. Now I can see the trees a little bit better. I can also go up here and click in the top left box, do crop to, and change that to 33 feet, let's say. So I can see that information a little better. Now you'll remember from your sonar training that the 2D image is a cone that goes down under the boat. The down imaging is slices, and in your unit you have to set it to wide to get a good down image view. So you're looking at really two different images here. That's why this is spread out and that's looking straight down. Crop from. Another thing I could do, if let's say for instance I didn't want to see the center water column, I could go in here and say, okay, crop from 16 feet. And so that cut that out. Okay, I've got some area to the right here that has nothing, so I'm going to crop to 66 feet. So I've done that, and I have changed my view again. So you can play with this and make it look the way you want it to, but always remember, if you want to get back to the way it was, you can click Overload with Defaults. Let's check out the settings area. We've got a variety of selections here. The first one we'll look at is mode, and you're basically telling HumViewer what kind of transducer you have made the recording with. We're set to the SI mode. If we had gone down and selected Quadra Beam, it will draw the view again. However, notice that it does not do side imaging, so all of your views are going to be the 2D variety. Okay, the way you get back the way you were is go back and select SI mode. And once again, remember we have to go Settings and Overload with Defaults, and that puts everything back the way it was. Okay. Transducer position. This is something kind of outside the scope of this course. Most people in recreational boats don't use this, pulling a towfish, things of that nature. So we're going to skip that. Unit setting. You just tell HumViewer how you want to look at the data. Are you feet, meters, speed, miles per hour? What format do you want to use for your GPS positions, precision, and your time format? So you would put in your preferences and press save. One thing we haven't talked about is save as default. What you can do with this is once you set up your screen the way you want it, then you click Save as Default, and every new file that you load in the future will have those characteristics. In other words, it'll come up and it will have your upper left box with the down imaging, the right box having side imaging, 2D, and a track plot. Now you could change this if you wanted to, and if you just wanted to come in here and say, all I really care about is the side imaging. So if you did that and did settings, save as default, then from now on every new file that you load in will come in just like this, side image. However, files that you have saved before with different characteristics would bring those characteristics in. And let me see if I can make defaults a little bit easier to understand. I have a folder here that has two files in it, 46 and 47. I've already loaded 46 in the HumViewer. It has the 4 views just like we showed before. There's a .xml file that's created. It has information that tells HumViewer how to display this from the defaults that we saved the last time. So, notice that I haven't loaded in 47 yet, and it does not have an XML file. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to change this to, let's see, the color scheme. Let's make that green. Now that the color scheme has been changed and green is in the down image view, when I close that and open it again, it stays green. However, if I overload with defaults, it's back to the blue-green. And if I open it again, it's the blue-green. Okay. One more time, I'm going to save it as the green. So, I'm going to save as default. I'm going to close this. Okay. The next time I open it, it's going to open up, it's green. Okay. If I do overload with defaults, it's going to stay green because I had changed my default to green. If I open my 47 file now, it's green. So I can scroll through that a little bit. Now, I'm going to put it back the way it was to green-blue. Settings, and I'm going to change that as save as default. So now, from now on, any new files that I bring in are going to be just like this. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to open it again. So, as you can see, it came in with the colors that we just saved as default again. Guess what's going to happen when I load in 46? 46 still has the green because I have not changed it. If I want to bring it back to the 4 color or the 4 views with the same color, I would say overload with defaults. Okay. Once I do the overload with defaults, we're good to go. So I can close it. I can open it again. And this time, everything is the green-blue.